M, F, and P. I don't see any huge Fs in this piece, do you? Not at all. But you're right, but it needs to have, I think what it needs is the resolutions of some chords back from dominant to tonic that, makes it more interesting than, like even here where you go. Then you need to just get down a little more. So there's some, there's some dips in the dynamics, but they're not huge in this piece, really not. But you want some swells and curves and ins and outs. Yeah, absolutely. The coda actually comes out more, I think, because it's getting higher and higher. And that's your biggest crescendo in this piece. You know that's the climax of this piece, is the coda?
Yes.
That's it. That's the whole thing. Because he's getting higher and higher, and then he finally comes back down and then surprises us with this stuff. Like almost an afterthought of the whole piece. Yeah, very well written. So you want to get the crescendo through the coda. That's it. That's it. Decide what's the big. You know what the biggest place is? I would say the biggest. I would say. Yeah, probably the biggest measures after you have this minor 4 chord. There. Yeah, the last 2 of those streams, the C minor, and then it dips down. Yeah, those are the biggies. Yeah, that's right. You're going through the C minor into finally the G major, and then it comes back down to nothing, and the surprise, that chord is the surprise. Yeah, so I think you can always, whatever exercises you do with a technique, play around with dead weight and how to produce dynamic variation. But this piece is...
The overall is to produce different dynamic is just to use the full arm or to
the forearm I use for staccato mostly. If I want to get louder and a scale, I just feel heavier into the keys, like just feel heavier, like I push off the keys, with my whole upper body. And if I'm light, I just let that suspend it. So I'm much lighter. I'm a skinnier person, but I still have some connection in. But for staccato forearm, then fingertips. Yeah, a staccato is a different story altogether for loud staccato.
That's more like you said, like a play the basketball.
Yeah, that's for staccato. That's for staccato. Right, exactly.
Staccato, yes. But if it's legato, if you want to play quite forte.
I don't think a forearm. It's just leaning. It's upper body weight. Application of upper body weight. Exactly. Like you're doing a push-up off the keys. Like, see, look, pushing completely off dead weight. Then if I want it lighter, I still push off, but I'm much lighter.
Yeah, I find that produce different dynamics is quite difficult somehow.
Yeah.
I try to. It's just not very noticeable sometimes when I try to do it. It's not very obvious, let's say.
Right, and you could note in the places where you feel like you're too tiny or you're not big enough, and then you're not doing a variation. You can practice going deeper in the keys just for practice. You could say, well, I want to be a little deeper, but I'm still rolling. Look. Now, I'm not doing piano, am I? I'm raising my dynamic just for practice. Now I'll do the soft. That's different. So you can practice just...
Every time if I put a bit more pressure, I'm just afraid of going to produce the pokey sound.
Yeah, but see, what's going to stop that is the motion. You still have the same motion, so that stops it. Right? I'm still doing the same motion, but I'm thinking deeper into the clay. Like this is clay. Now lighter. I still do the same motion, right? I always do the same motion. So that stops me from suddenly, being like a truck into the keys, You still want to be graceful, no matter what you do. You want the graceful motions about, kind of choreography that is very smooth and liquid and finessed, no matter what you do. You don't want to change that.